Hi, this is Billie here with a world news flash update. Today's date, January 1, 2024. I hope everyone had a happy Merry Christmas and this new year will be wonderful for us all. Episode 104. Some of the things I'll cover. 7.4 earthquake, Japan, more to come. Some around the U.S., an attack by the Houthis on a U.S. ship, and then the U.S. Also attacking the Houthis. So we've got things going, and some deployments by U.S. National Guard. Okay, I'm going to begin with what happened with the sun, because that leads into many things we're seeing now and will see in the next few days. So over the weekend, about December 30, 31, we had from the sun an X flare of 5, the largest we've had in years. And this always brings large earthquakes and other types of activities on the earth, volcanoes. Yeah, Iceland is due for a second eruption, I understand. So now, overnight on January 1, 2024, about 2 a.m. U.S. time, we had in Japan a 7.4 earthquake. They did issue a tsunami warning, and they did have some water, so they had a tsunami warning. Up the river, Siki, they had tsunami waves come in that were about, it was predicted to be 10 to 13 feet. It turned out to be about 4 to 5 feet. And the earthquake in Japan was at a depth of 0 kilometers, 0 miles, on a small little peninsula out here, and it's called Joetsu, Joetsu City. It's near Honshu. So there are many buildings that collapsed. There are fires going on there. So far, we don't have any reports of any reports of dead or injuries. Now, the chatter is this was most likely caused by a technology called NMOD, E-N-M-O-D. Expect Puerto Rico next, right here. Now, ETN News is also reporting on activity in the La Palma area. So I'll be I'll be keeping up with that. Now, we had a report from Mike from around the world is regularly on Pastor Paul Begley's Thursday night program. We believe Mike works for the U.S. government, either NSA or FEMA, who said expect pulses of energy from space that would cause more earthquakes and volcanoes. And I submit it's also juicing up the sun. I believe that's why we had that X5 flare. And that would be ongoing in January. So we've got that. The dates, January 4, January 11, January 14, or 21 or 27. So I submit that energy from space, which Mike predicted January 4, could have come in earlier and led to this X flare of a 5 level, and so far the earthquake in Japan a 7.4, and what we're told to look for is an earthquake in Puerto Rico and La Palma from other sources. So that's going on. Now, we also have this report coming in. So we've got the U.S., we've got South America, Venezuela, Guyana, and I've been covering the dust up there. The Venezuelan government a couple of weeks ago voted to take over part of Guyana, the rich part with oil and gas and other resources. The U.S. military is backing Guyana. And last week, Maduro, the leader of Venezuela, was in talks with the leader of Guyana. Now, we have the HMS Trent, UK warship in this area. Then yesterday, we had Venezuela launching. They launched 3 missile boats in response to the HMS Trent being there. So I'll be keeping up with that. And now what we have from Best and Taylor and also New York Prepper. So we had from Pennsylvania, we had 1,000 National Guard be deployed, and they're being deployed right here. Pennsylvania National Guard to the Horn of Africa. This is the area where there have been much to do with the Houthis attacking commercial vessels going up the Red Sea. And now many commercial vessels are going around the Horn of Africa. We also had from Oklahoma National Guard deployed, and the National Guard from Oklahoma are going to Kosovo. So this is the Oklahoma National Guard. So far, we don't have any idea about numbers or units. This from Pennsylvania, I understand from New York Prepper, is the Stryker Group. So we had yesterday from Ward Carroll, I'll link his video, an attack by the Houthis. And yesterday on Sunday, December 31, the Houthis attacked U.S. ships. I think that was some of our early class ships. And then last night from the Eisenhower, we had strikes on Yemen on the airports. And we had information from, the Eisenhower strikes the Yemen airport. That was last night about 11 p.m. And we had also from Watchwoman 65 and Best and Taylor, we had in the Mediterranean Sea, we had the USS Gerald Ford. It's now being moved back to Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia. From China and this area, we have also incoming the USS CARROLL Vinson. And we currently have in this area the Eisenhower. So that's going on. So what we have are impacts upon the Earth. I submit from space. We call it a binary sun, Planet X, pulses of energy that are coming in, impacting the sun, impacting the Earth. We can see increased earthquakes and volcanoes. We will see, according to Mike from around the world, a second eruption very soon in Iceland. We've had the 7.4 earthquake in Japan. We can expect one, according to the chatter, in Puerto Rico. But ETN News has been covering new activity on La Palma for several days. So we can see this. We also have increased war activity. We see the USS deploying from Pennsylvania and Oklahoma, National Guard, to the Horn of Africa and to Kosovo. So that's going on. We also had an attack yesterday by the Houthis on U.S. ships and a return last night from the Eisenhower to Yemen, and from Hal Turner, a letter had been sent yesterday, December 31, by the U.S. to the governments of Saudi Arabia and Iran to expect an attack upon Yemen. So that's going on. This concludes my flash. I love you, and I'll see you soon.